Investment Minister reveals President's investment target more than 1,000 trillion rupiah in 2022. Bank Negara Indonesia prepares cash of 12.9 trillion rupiah in a week for Eid season. Good afternoon, viewers. Market Headlines is ready to provide you a number of informations from the business, economic, and capital market sectors. With me, Wicky Adrian, this is Market Headlines. The Minister of Investment, Bahlil Lahadalia, revealed that President Joko Widodo is targeting an investment of 1,100 trillion rupiah to 1,200 trillion rupiah in 2022.
The Minister of Investment, Bahlil Lahadalia, revealed that President Joko Widodo is targeting an investment of 1,100 trillion to 1,200 trillion rupiah in 2022. Bahlil said that Jokowi set a high target because he had high hopes for the implementation of the job creation law. He said that the target was made because the government wanted to get out of the middle income trap with economic growth in the range of 5%. To be able to achieve growth above 5%, the government expects large amounts of incoming investment. This is because investment can have another domino effect such as creating jobs.
Memang Pak Presiden harapannya besar terhadap implementasi Undang-Undang Cipta Kerja ini karena target Bapak Presiden tahun 2022 itu investasi kita di atas 1.100 triliun. Jadi untuk pertumbuhan kita di atas 5%, itu harus investasi kita 1.100 sampai 1.200 triliun.
Bahlil revealed that currently the derivative regulation of the job creation law, which was passed in November 2020, is still being finalized. About 80 to 90% of the derivative regulations have been completed. In addition, regulatory synchronization is still being carried out at the Ministry of Law and Human Rights. IDX Channel team reported.
Jasa Marga Toll Road operator predicts toll road daily traffic to drop 40% due to homecoming ban.
Government officially applies homecoming ban and imposed strict restrictions in some toll roads in Jakarta area and West Java. It goes in line with decreasing daily traffic intensity in some Jasa Marga's toll road. President Director of Jasa Marga Toll Road Operator, Dwi Winarsa, stated that a homecoming ban may cause daily traffic in toll roads to drop by 40%. Vice versa to the revenue. It is predicted that Jasa Marga toll road operators' revenue will drop as well. At a normal time, the average daily transaction used to be 2.3 million rupiah a day, or 12 billion a year. Even though Jasa Marga has not yet calculated the loss projections, but it is predicted that there will be a loss occurred.
Maka dibanding dengan kondisi normal, itu kemarin data terakhir ya belum update di hari ini itu 40% terjadi penurunan jumlah trafik yang melintas di ruas jalan tol. Jasa Marga ya, Jasa Marga Group ya. Kalau secara ya mungkin kita belum bisa kasih informasi, karena kita harus update dulu informasi terkait dengan itu.
Although it has an impact on reducing the number of transactions, Dwi Winarsa hopes that the homecoming ban can suppress the COVID-19 cases in the country so that people's mobility can go normal again, just like in the pre-pandemic. Jakarta, Adi Firmansyah, IDX Channel.
Indonesian Railway Company has rejected 1,426 passengers that take long-distance trains since May 4th until May 9th, and the rejection was because passengers didn't fulfill the requirements.
Public Relations VP Johnny Martinez said that the many train passengers didn't fulfill the requirements that Indonesian Railway Company has set before, such as traveling permit or COVID-19 free later. As a result, Indonesian Railways Company has rejected 1,426 passengers that take long-distance trains.
Terdapat 1.402 kereta api karena tidak memenuhi dokumen persyaratan. Rinciannya adalah 1.185 orang tidak membawa surat perjalanan dan 241 orang tidak membawa surat bebas COVID-19 yang masih berlaku.
Public Relations VP said that 4 days since homecoming ban policy applied, Indonesian Railway Company has served around 16,971 people, mainly to 3 cities in Java area such as Semarang, Yogyakarta, also Tegal. The number of train users is confirmed to decrease by 87% compared to the number of customers in April 2021, with the occupancy rate reaching 26% of the total number seats of 16,500 seats. Jakarta, Wicky Adrian, IDX Channel.
Bank of Indonesia estimates that there will be an increase in demand for cash in all regions this week. The central bank says demand for cash in Jabodetabek will be the highest during the Eid holiday season.
Bank Indonesia projects that the demand for money will increase this week to meet people's needs during the Eid holiday. In the Ramadan and Eid seasons this year, Bank Indonesia estimates that cash needs will reach 152.14 trillion rupiah. Head of the Department of Bank Indonesia Money Management, Marlison Hakim, explained that this number had increased by 39.33% compared to last year. The demand is dominated by Java, especially Jabodetabek, with more than 20%.
Maka wilayah Jawa merupakan dengan proyeksi kebutuhan yang tertinggi, yaitu mencapai 65% atau sekitar 99,39% dari kebutuhan nasional. Sedangkan untuk wilayah Jabodetabek itu sebesar 27%, yaitu 39,9%. Ini menggambarkan bahwa memang kebutuhan uang kartal atau perputaran uang kartal itu memang terpusat di wilayah Jabodetabek, yaitu hampir mencapai 27%.
In addition, Bank Indonesia stated that the public can still exchange cash at 4,608 cash exchange service point outlets in all commercial bank branches. This number increased 23% from the previous year, which reached 3,742 outlets. From Jakarta, Raharjo Patmo for IDX Channel.
Market headlines will be right back after the break. Stay tuned.
Presiden Joko Widodo memiliki optimisme yang tinggi terkait dengan proses vaksinasi nasional yang sedang dilakukan saat ini. Bagaimana tanggapan dari pengusaha dengan angka ini?
Tentu membuat kita harus lebih berhati-hati.
Langkah apa yang tepat dilakukan untuk bisa meningkatkan pemahaman masyarakat?
Komunikasi publik adalah kunci. Jadi kita harus bisa menunjukkan kepada masyarakat bahwa vaksinasi itu penting.
Jadi kesulitan kalau mau putih rambut, mau perawatan rambut itu kan memang belum ada salon khusus muslimah. Ya udahlah, aku waktu itu optimis aja gitu kan, ya bismillah, karena ngelihat pasti banyak yang kayak aku yang kesulitan.
Kunci sukses dari seorang Ibu Yulia itu sebenarnya apa?
Aku pede aja deh bikin one stop service salon, itu dia cuma 1 lantai gitu kan.
Menteri Kelautan dan Perikanan Wahyu Sakti Tenggono secara tegas melarang aktivitas ekspor benih lobster.
Karena benur itu adalah kekayaan daripada bangsa ini, kekayaan dari alam ini. Dia hanya boleh dibudidaya.
Presiden Joko Widodo resmi mencabut aturan terkait investasi industri minuman keras. Bahlil Lahadalia menyebutkan
adalah kita memberikan perizinan berusaha dan insentif bagi UMKM.
Welcome back. After being in a pessimistic zone for the past year, the Bank of Indonesia Consumer Survey indicates that consumer confidence has returned to an optimistic zone. This is reflected in the April 2021 Consumer Confidence Index of 101.5, an increase compared to 93.4 in the previous month.
The Bank Indonesia Consumer Survey indicates that consumer confidence has returned to the optimistic zone after being in a pessimistic zone for the past year. This is reflected in the April 2021 Consumer Confidence Index of 101.5, an increase compared to 93.4 in the previous month. Executive Director Head of the Bank Indonesia Communication Department, Erwin Haryono, said that the development of the Consumer Confidence Index last month was supported by rising consumer expectations for future economic conditions, which was reflected in the April 2021 Consumer Expectations Index, which was recorded at 122.6, an increase compared to 114.1 in the previous month. The increase in Consumer Expectation Index occurred because consumer expectations of an expansion in business activities, an increase in income, and the availability of more job opportunities in the next 6 months were observed to strengthen. Meanwhile, the survey noted that consumers' perceptions of current economic conditions were observed to improve despite remaining in the pessimistic zone. This is reflected in the Current Economic Condition Index April 2021, which rose to 80.3.72.6 previously. IDX Channel team reported.
The momentum of Ramadan and Eid is believed to be a point of revival for the economy, especially for public consumption. But have the indicators and data shown the same direction so far? To dig deeper, let's take a look at the following infographic. This is Indonesia's Consumer Confidence Index. From February 2020 to January 2021, it was showing fluctuative trend, but by February to April 2021, it was showing positive trend. 85.8 in February 2021 to 93.4 in March 2021. Meantime, in April, on the level of 101.5. The Consumer Confidence Index, which was or has returned to the positive or optimistic zone in April, is expected to continue showing a positive trend in May. Core Indonesia economist Yusuf Rendi said that the increase in the Consumer Confidence Index during this period was inseparable from the momentum of Ramadan, which caused demand for goods and services to increase. This condition is also in line with the inflation rate in April 2021, which increased to 0.13%. Yusuf said that several of these indicators will strengthen the projection for recovery in the second quarter of 2021. And not only the Consumer Confidence Index, the momentum of Ramadan and Eid also has a positive impact in the real sector, especially those related to public consumption, which is divided into several categories. And let's check the data in the next graphic. This is the business subgroup with the highest expenditure value index: supermarket 149.9, health 138.7, restaurant 126.4, household needs 121.6, and fashion 104.2. And public consumption activities can be clearly seen in shopping centers, where since a week before Eid, shopping centers have been increasingly crowded with visitors. Chairman of the Association of Indonesian Shopping Center Retailers, Budiharjo Idwansyah, said that the rate of visits to shopping centers ahead of Eid this year increased by 30 to 50% compared to normal days during the pandemic. The increase in the number of visitors was followed by an increase in sales figures, although he said the number of transactions only increased by 20 to 30%. This is, of course, expected to be a positive indication of the recovery in people's purchasing power, although it still has to be confirmed again after the Eid moment ends. And meanwhile, the momentum of Eid does not automatically become a positive catalyst for all sectors. One of the sectors that had been negatively affected is transportation. And how big is the impact of on this sector? Let's see it to the next graphic. So this is transportation mobility amid 2021 homecoming ban. As you can see, air transportation dropped by 93%, sea transportation dropped by 90%, land transportation dropped by 40%, train dropped also by 40%, and logistic transportation dropped by 3 to 5%. And the decline that occurred was the result of the Eid homecoming ban issued by the government in order to minimize the possibility of COVID-19 transmission. This drastic decline is actually called by the Minister of Transportation as a success of controlling transportation in the midst of the ban from 6 to 17 May 2021, even though we know it will definitely have a massive negative impact on the transportation business, which usually takes advantage of the Eid momentum to optimize profits. However, even though there is a homecoming ban, the government still ensures the smooth flow of logistic vehicle mobility because it is one of the essential sectors that are still allowed to operate normally. And not only transportation, the hotel and restaurant sectors are also confirmed to be affected by the homecoming ban. And so how is the condition of the domestic hotel sector so far? Let's see it through the next graphic. This is domestic hotel occupancy rates in March 2021. The rate was on the level of 36.07%. Means for this Eid season or the late Eid season of 2020, it was on the level of 14.45%. And the Indonesian Hotel and Restaurant Association estimates that the hotel occupancy rate during this year's Eid will experience growth. However, this is not strong enough to recover the hotel sector, where one of the factors that indicates no recovery, even though the hotel occupancy rate is predicted to increase in the low average zoom rate or average room price. And hotel occupancy rates during the Eid period are estimated to increase by only 25 to 30%. This growth is not in line with the increase in the average zoom rate, which is estimated to be below 30 to 40% of the average price. Thus, the increase in hotel occupancy is considered significant for the hotel and restaurant sector. Even in the midst of restrictions and homecoming prohibitions, hopefully this year's Eid season will still be able to have a positive impact on the national economy. Stay tuned on Market Headlines because we'll be right back after the break.
Berkah kedamaian Ramadan dengan beragam program spesial IDX Channel. Arjuna, intip keseruan memasak dan perjalanan mencicipi kuliner khas Nusantara bersama Chef Juna. Hadir setiap hari jam 5:30 sore. Rahmatan lil alamin. Siraman rohani bersama Ustadz A.A. Gim yang penuh inspirasi Islami. Setiap hari menjelang azan maghrib. Urban Street Food, referensi sajian berbuka, kuliner pinggiran kota yang menggugah selera, hadir setiap hari jam 6 sore.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Obrolan seputar ekonomi dan bisnis syariah dengan narasumber yang menginspirasi dalam Syariah Economic bersama Ustadz Hilman Fauzi. Setiap hari jam 8 malam.
Kita nggak bisa kabur. Luar biasa ya.
Berkah kedamaian Ramadan hanya di IDX Channel spesial Ramadan.
Saham-saham properti yang sebelumnya sempat mengalami pelemahan, hari ini beberapa sahamnya kompak mengalami penguatan yang cukup signifikan. Dengan memanfaatkan momentum penguatan ini, rawan profit taking juga tidak Bu untuk properti?
Menteri Kelautan dan Perikanan Wahyu Sakti Tenggono secara tegas melarang aktivitas ekspor benih lobster.
Karena benur itu adalah kekayaan daripada bangsa ini, kekayaan dari alam ini. Dia hanya boleh dibudidaya.
Presiden Joko Widodo resmi mencabut aturan terkait investasi industri minuman keras.
Bahlil Lahadalia menyebutkan
adalah kita memberikan perizinan berusaha dan inisiatif bagi UMKM.
For the last segment at the Jakarta Composite Index in trading movement earlier today, JCI was open at the level of 5,965.85, and then approaching the closing time of the first session, the index was on the level of 5,921.08. Then the index was showing weakening trend by the second session closing time. Index was closed at the level of 5,938.08. In short, JCI went down 0.63%. And moving on to top gainers and top losers, here are the key highlights from today's trading session. BBCA went up 0.93% to the level of 32,400 rupiah per share. And we have Telkom went up 0.32% to the level of 3,180 rupiah per share. Zinc went up 1.07% to the level of 189 rupiah per share. And Harum went up 12.39% to the level of 6,125 rupiah per share. Meantime, the top losers for today's trading, we got Bank BRI went down 1.48% to the level of 3,990 rupiah per share. Antam went down 0.37% to the level of 2,576 rupiah per share. Astra International went down 2.79% to the level of 5,225 rupiah per share. And MDKA went down 2.17% to the level of 2,710 rupiah per share. And this is the intraday movement of rupiah towards US dollar. Open at the level of 14,198. Rupiah was also showing strengthening trend towards US dollar. It was closed at the level of 14,178. In summary, rupiah went up 0.07%. Entering Eid al-Fitri, Bank Negara Indonesia prepares cash in form of physical money of 12.9 trillion in a week. The bank estimates that it will be able to meet the community needs.
Bank BNI ensures that community needs on physical money will be fulfilled during Eid al-Fitr holiday. The company allocates 12.9 trillion rupiah a week. BNI ATM machines are expected to load around 8.57 trillion rupiah. Services and Networks Director Ronnie Vanier said that Bank BNI opens 197 branches on Eid al-Fitr holiday so that the customers will get maximum services. The strengthening of digital services is also carried out by adding various digital channel features to make transactions easier during the Eid holidays. One of the mainstay digital products is BNI Mobile Banking.
Kita juga mempunyai layanan e-channel atau digital, di mana kita mempunyai 17.342 mesin ATM. Jadi nasabah, customer bisa bertransaksi di ATM atau CRM. Jadi tidak harus ke cabang melakukan tarik store, bisa dilakukan di mesin. Tarik store, transfer, dan segala macam. Di samping itu juga bisa menggunakan jaringan channel yang lain seperti internet banking, SMS banking, dan mobile banking.
Customers can still enjoy service and make transactions through the various digital channel features that continue to operate during the joint leave period, such as being able to make cash withdrawal of 24/7 in all BNI ATMs, SMS banking, internet banking, and maximize benefits that BNI Mobile Banking. From Jakarta, Rahajo Pakbo, IDX Channel.
By the end of March 2021, Bank Syariah Indonesia has restructured the debt of 96,000 customers worth 22.07 trillion rupiah.
Bank Syariah Indonesia has restructured the debt of 96,000 customers by the end of March 2021, bringing the total outstanding debt restructured to reach 22.07 trillion rupiah. Deputy Director of Bank Syariah Indonesia Ngatari explained that the outstanding debt restructured is equivalent to 14% of the payment debit balance. The majority of beneficiaries of the restructuring program are MSME customers, as a sector that was hardest hit by the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. He said that more than 60,000 were MSME customers, equivalent to 63% of the total restructuring customers. The outstanding amount reached 7.96 trillion rupiah, or 36% of the restructuring debt balance. Apart from restructuring, the bank has also succeeded in channeling financing for the National Economic Recovery Program to 63,000 customers. Initially, the amount of Economic Recovery Program funds received by the company was 3 trillion rupiah, but it could be distributed with a ceiling value of 8.6 trillion rupiah, or equivalent to 2.8 times of the total funds received. IDX Channel team reported.
And step aside from market condition as coronavirus pandemic takes big role on current economic situation. And here is an update data about coronavirus globally. And the news close our market headlines today. Please enjoy our next program on IDX Channel, Your Trustworthy Economic, Business and Capital Market Channel. Postponing your homecoming in this Eid al-Fitri is not only important, but it is also protecting your loved ones as well. I'm Wicky Adrian. Have a nice evening and stay safe. Ya, sejumlah analis menilai kebijakan larangan mudik pada tahun ini akan memberikan dampak pada sektor ekonomi. Untuk itu mereka meminta pemerintah agar mengupayakan langkah-langkah untuk mengurangi dampak negatif dan mendorong ekonomi terus berjalan di tengah pandemi.
Setidaknya ada kehilangan ya,